All right, welcome back, folks. Joining us now is Rick Ungar, co-host of the Daily Wrap, which takes to the airwaves immediately following this show. He's also senior political contributor for Forbes. Good to see you, sir.
And you, as always.
So what can we look for? Some interesting topics today on the Wrap. I know this license plate controversy in New York.
I think that will particularly get your attention. I thought we should discuss it. It's fascinating. Somebody wanted a specialty license plate. You know, you can order them, you pay a little more.
Right. Yeah.
And they wanted it to say pro-life. And the New York, I guess, Department of Motor Vehicles decided that that could cause road rage. That could cause violence on the road, and refused to issue the plate.
Wow.
Now, that raises some pretty interesting questions in terms of First Amendment. That is, in essence, the government telling you what you can and cannot express. It's happening in some other states. There are some cases that are making their way through the system. One of them, I think the Supreme Court's about to decide if they'll hear it or not. In light of the whole Pamela Geller thing, this certainly seems timely, topical, and interesting.
And where do you draw the line? What if a pro-military license plate and some administrator at the DMV says, well, that could cause road rage?
That's right. I mean, you could probably, if somebody had a bad experience with a proctologist, and it says proctologist. Actually, there's a Seinfeld like that,
there
right?
It is. Well, they tell the best jokes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Then you could have, I mean, you know, where does it end?
Right.
And who gets to make that distinction? If you're going to offer the specialty plates, I don't think that the DMV gets to censor what you say.
Yeah, vanity plates. All right, so let's move on. Another topic you'll be talking about are the horrific, tragic floods in Houston. I just saw where a prom queen, a homecoming queen coming back from the prom was swept away by the floods. But for those or anybody, I'll say on the left, because no one on the right's going to do it, to try to say, aha, climate change, you see, the worst floods ever, climate change. We never had floods before. I don't buy into that at all.
Well, first of all, it's not true that they've never had floods before.
Right.
In fact, they had some very serious floods about 20 years ago in Houston. Look, you know, my take on climate change has been simple all along. I don't believe anybody. It seems like both sides have this vested interest in their research. All I want to see, and I don't think it's asking too much, because I think it's all the American people want to see, honest science. Give me some honest science. And you know what? Whatever it says, I'm going to listen to. But it seems like that's a real issue. The one place where I always come down on this, and we'll see how the panel on the show tonight comes down, what the heck? Let's err on the side of being careful, but let's not be ridiculous if it starts costing jobs and this and that, if we don't know what we really don't know.
But they tell you, and the president will tell you, and has told you, the debate is over, is what the left says, and 99% of the scientists are on board, and that's not true. And, you know, I remember my grandmother, my Nana, may she rest in peace, used to say the weather is, you know, it's changing because ever since we went into space. All right? Now I'm reading here in 1846 in Australia, Aborigines blamed the bad climate on the introduction of the white man in Australia. World War II, they blamed the war for causing unusual weather problems. 70s, the same thing. I mean, it's always changed.
Well, yeah, it's not really an issue. Anybody's being rational about this. It's not about climate change. I'm sure the climate's always changed. The only question that needs to be answered is, one, are we somehow affecting it? And if we are, is that such a big deal? If it's not a big deal, then why are we spending so much time worrying about it? And if it is a big deal, then we should worry about it. But it all comes back to the science.
All right. Thank you, Rick. And we'll watch Rick on the Daily Wrap right after the Steve Malzberg show. All right. We brought back our viewer call-in segment here on the show, folks. So if you want to weigh in on the issues of the day, we'd love to hear from you. But you have to pre-register, in effect. So here's your chance. Email us at callsteve@newsmax.com. Be sure to include your name, your phone number, how we could reach you, and the topic you'd like to discuss. That's callsteve@newsmax.com. Up next, Daniel Henninger of the Wall Street Journal.